when I tell you that there have been so many shifts and changes, but when I was praying for them, I don't think I was quite prepared for for them happening or for them coming to fruition as I had asked. And I think another way to prepare ourselves is to make sure that we have completely released this thing and we are not focused or fixated on a specific outcome. Ask that your heart be opened to receiving those things. Ask that your mind be open to receiving those things, because it's also really easy to then not see the opportunity and not see the blessings that are happening. Hi community, welcome to this week's episode of A Cup Full. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing okay. I hope you are taking each day as it comes. There is no reason to push yourself, to rush through anything. Own pace, own race, own race, own pace, as I say it all the time. So in this week's episode, I really wanted to talk a little bit about preparing preparing ourselves for the things that we have asked for. I was listening to an episode of After School is After School with Sis GU, where Gugu was talking about the fact that energy never lies. And she said something really important. She said that she prayed a specific prayer, and she was saying to everyone that when you pray a certain prayer, when you pray whatever prayer, actually, I believe you need to prepare yourself for what is going to come. Because if you're praying to your ancestors, if you're praying to the universe, if you're praying to God, you're obviously taking something to them. You are asking for something. It's either you're asking for change in your life, you're asking to be blessed with something specific, you are just asking for something new, maybe a fresh start, a new beginning. Whatever it is, she was just saying, like, it's really important to prepare yourself for the thing that you are asking for. I have asked for quite a lot of things. I'm someone that very firmly believes in God. I believe in the universe. I believe in my ancestors. But when I pray and I'm speaking to God, I'll say things and I'll have the courage. Like, I'll go with so much courage and speak through prayer and speak even when, like, I'll just be speaking to God in my own time. You know, sometimes just having a conversation with God, even if it's not through prayer and it's in my heart, and I'll ask for something. But in that moment, I'm kind of not really focusing on what am I going to do when this thing comes and when it happens. I'm in a season right now where I've asked God to remove the people and the things and the places and the moments that are not for me. And when I tell you that these are the things that have happened throughout this year already, we are about to go into the second quarter of this year, or the second part of this year. And when I tell you that there have been so many shifts and changes, but when I was praying for them, I don't think I was quite prepared for for them happening or for them coming to fruition as I had asked. And I really think that it's important to, in a moment when you're asking for something or you're praying for something, you're asking God to search your heart, you're asking for a change in your life, a transition, you're asking to be held through a difficult period in your life. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for what is going to happen. Prepare yourself for the fact that it might be uncomfortable. Prepare yourself for the fact that you might receive so much love, so much support that you've never received. Ask that your heart be opened to receiving those things. Ask that your mind be open to receiving those things, because it's also really easy to then not see the opportunity and not see the blessings that are happening, not see the transformation that is happening in your life, and then sort of, like, in a way, self-sabotage, because it's very easy to self-sabotage when you aren't seeing that what you've prayed for, what you've asked for is happening. Yeah, so please don't self-sabotage. Prepare your heart, prepare your mind. Like I said, a way to prepare is to open the heart, is to open the mind. have faith. I'm speaking to myself here. I'm speaking to all of my girls who believe in God, who believe in the Holy Spirit shifting their lives, moving moving their spirits, their minds. I'm most definitely talking to you as well. You must make sure that you are standing so firmly, as firm as 100-year-old tree. Stand in your faith. Believe that that thing is going to happen for you. And I think another way to prepare ourselves is to make sure that we have completely released this thing and we are not focused or fixated on a specific outcome. Because again, dangerous, very dangerous. You know, there's a thing that I'm realizing in having to prepare myself for the things that I've asked for is to, number one, not be fixated on a specific outcome, because the outcome that I want might not be the one that's meant for me. And I think that's the biggest thing that I'm learning on my spiritual journey right now, is to really release things from my own control and my own hands and let God do God's work. Let the universe work and do things in my favor. Let my ancestors make things happen in my favor. Not necessarily how I would have imagined or envisaged it or envisioned it, but the way that it needs to happen, the way that it needs to transpire. So, open your heart, open your mind, open your soul, and don't be fixated on a specific outcome and keep moving forward. Open your eyes. I think when you've opened your heart, your mind, your soul, it's also going to be a lot more easier to identify in a moment, in a specific season, when the things you have prayed for are happening, when the removal of those people, of those things, of those places, of those moments are happening. Sometimes a part of those happenings is going to be you developing a very strong connection with your gut, like your gut feeling. There'll be a thing that will tell you, this is not for you. Listen to that. That is your prayer being answered. It's like you have these strong senses, your spiritual being, your just you are able to feel things and see things for what they are, because you've asked for that clarity, you have prayed for that. So please just give yourself a chance. Really stand firm in your faith. Stand firm in the belief that things are going to work out for you, that things are going to happen in your favor, that even when it's uncomfortable, it doesn't mean that it is a negative thing. Sometimes transition, change, a lot of the time is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be difficult. You're going to have to move and be stretched and be picked at and prodded. And even if it's not a physical thing and it's a spiritual thing, then that's just how it is. That's the way it is. That's going to be part of your process, a part of your journey. But in preparation for what you have asked for, just remember that it won't particularly probably look the way that you might hope it will be, like an easy transition, like smooth sailing. Absolutely not. And in preparing yourself, remember, again, keep an open mind, keep an open heart, give yourself a chance, give God, the universe, your ancestors a chance. When things are not unfolding according to your plan, when they are not happening the way you want them to, don't then rush to find an alternative plan, to try and do things on your own. Believe that what you have asked for is going to come to you, and it will come to you. I'm going to say right now that I'm a living testament of that. There are many things in my life that have happened to me just because of I had faith. And sometimes your faith will be as small as a mustard seed. That is fine. You're going to find your way through it. As long as you are holding onto that mustard seed firmly, that's all you need sometimes. That's really all you need. This is where I'm ending this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope that this was a helpful episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you will share it with somebody who you think might need it or might appreciate hearing it. Please don't forget that you can listen to A Cupful on all listening platforms: Apple Podcast, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast, Amazon Music. You put it in the search box on Google, you are probably going to be able to find a link for it. Please share it with a friend and tell them to share it with another friend, and tell that other friend to share it with another friend and their family members and whoever might enjoy being in this space and being part of this community. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please have a beautiful remainder of this week. Rest when you need to, work when you need to. Take time to appreciate yourself and be kind to yourself. Be kind to other people too, and spend your days truly living your life to the fullest. Most importantly, don't forget to keep doing the things that fill your cup.